Hello everyone and welcome to Quincy High School for the championship game of the Quincy High School Basketball Invitational Tournament between the Stoughton Black Knights and the Red Raiders of North Quincy High School. My name is Jonathan Caleri and I'm being joined by Matt McLaughlin. And Matt, Stoughton came off an impressive victory against Quincy. However, North had just as impressive victory last night against Milton as well.
Did they have a senior John Murray or junior? John Murray, I don't know, senior or junior. If you're North, you're going to want to hope he's a junior. The way he played last night was NBA-type caliber. He made that shot at the end of the game. He is a junior. We just got confirmation on that. It's great that North has one more year with him. He came back. He had an injury. He missed 10 games in the season, but you could never tell the way he played last night. And if you're Stoughton, you do not want John Murray to have the same kind of game he had last night.
All right, Stoughton is the Hockomock League champions, and they are now at 17-2. North Quincy, they're at 9-9, and they're going to need to win this game if they want to get into the tournament later on in the season. Right now, we're going to pause, go down to our PA announcer for the starting lineup introductions.
The purpose of this activity is to provide learning experiences and opportunities for the person as well as the teams. The teams ask you to assume your responsibilities for good sportsmanship. Thank you for your cooperation. And now the starting lineup for the visiting Black Knights at Stoughton High School. At forward, number 13 is Sean Leonard. At guard number 14, Dan Okada. At forward, number 15, Brendan Yanova. At guard number 21, Steve Austin. And at forward, number 25, Brian Small. The Black Knights are coached by John Yanova. And now presenting the starting lineup for the Red Raiders of North Quincy High School. At guard number 4, Kyle Costa. At guard number 11, Bernard El Khatib. At forward number 12, Kevin Duncan. At center number 32, John Murray. And forward number 34, Rafael Benjamin. The Red Raiders are coached by Mr. Jim Miranda. Ladies and gentlemen, would you all please rise for the playing of our national anthem?
Let's go over the starting lineups for you. The North Quincy Red Raiders are going to be the visiting team here tonight in their black unis. At number 4, Kyle Costa. Number 11, Ahmad El-Khatrib. Number 12, Kevin Donovan. Number 32, John Murray. And number 34, Akil Benjamin. For the home team tonight, the Black Knights of Stoughton. Number 13, Sean Leonard. Number 14, Dan Carter. Number 15, Brendan Younger. Number 21, Stephen Austin. And the leader of this team, number 25, Brian Small. Small had a great game yesterday. He had 14 points to lead the team over Quincy, but more importantly are his leadership abilities on the floor.
You did mention his leadership abilities on the floor. He was in the Patriot Legends today, big write-up about him. He was quoted not even about his 14 points. They said the biggest thing he brings to the team is his respect. And as he told his players last night in a critical situation, the one thing he told them over and over again was relax. And that's the kind of player that Brian Small is, and he's going to bring that to the court tonight, I'm expecting.
All right, Murray will take the tip for North and Leonard for Stoughton. Getting right under here, and our championship game is underway. Stoughton controls the ball, and real quickly they come down to the net, and in the basket, Sean Leonard. We saw that play last night a couple times against the Presidents, that kind of alley-oop play, and they set some nice screens, and the other man rolls into the basket.
Yeah, they do work very quick with that, and if that's going to work, they're going to get a lot of points out of that.
All right, Brian Small almost comes up with a steal. North now has it, though. Donovan driving in, 14 on the shot clock. Benjamin has it in the corner. Back over to Donovan. Trying to find something to do. 6 on the shot clock. Ben's gonna need to get a shot off. And Murray now has it. He gets it off, and it's good at the buzzer. John Murray hits it before the shot clock goes off.
John Murray's still very hot from last night, evidently, with the fadeaway. It's gonna be a good matchup if he's covering Brian Small.
All right, and out of bounds, looks like off Alcatrib. It will continue to be Stoughton ball. Leonard's gonna pass it in. And he gets it over now to Carter.
They do have Alcatrib on Small. I'm going to guess that's going to be changed pretty soon, as you can see right there with that low post work. I'm guessing John Murray would and should try and cover Brian Small.
All right, Small quickly in this game with 2 points. Donovan now at the top of the key, finds a little room, drives in, and the long shot by Murray's no good. Rebounded by Small. Leonard brings it up. He's going to drive in, and he's going to get a tragic foul. Akil Benjamin got his body in there, and I think more importantly, though, was
John Leonard did not agree with that call at all. He thought it might have been a block, but his feet were definitely set.
I think part of it, too, was Leonard dropped his shoulder,
yeah,
and that might have been the call there as well. All right, and North kind of runs their own alley-oop play there, and John Murray comes in with a nice big hoop, and we're tied at 4. And almost taken away by Alcatrib, and he does take it away. Nice job by Ahmad Alcatrib to come up with a steal. Carter, tight defense on Donovan. He kicks off to Benjamin. He's going to shoot the 3. No good air ball. And Alcatrib hustling. Nice hustle there by Alcatrib, and Donovan has it.
That is some great hustle right there by Alcatrib.
Donovan's looking for some help, gives it off to Costa. 10 on the shot clock. It was wet air ball, so no fresh 30. Costa, long 3, no good. Rebounded by Murray, and we're going to have a jump ball. Brendan Younger got his hands in there, too.
Costa was going for the NBA type 3 right there. I think he thought there was much less time in the 30-second shot clock. There's about 9 seconds left. He should have dribbled in a few more steps for that one.
All right, North had the possession now, so they'll take it. Murray has it over now to Alcatrib, swinging it around to Costa. He's going to shoot that again, and no good. Rebounded by Carter. Quickly up, nice job by Akil Benjamin to get his hands up, but it is continued to be held by Stoughton. Austin has it over now to Younger. He drives in, finds Austin. Back to Carter for 3, no good. Rebounded by Austin.
Akil Benjamin running up the court with his hands up, deflected the pass. That is such a great talent to have as a defensive player. Most players will just run with their hands down with their eyes on their man, with their back turned to the ball. My old coach used to call it running like you're trying to catch a taxi cab.
All right, all the way up now to Carter. Over now to Leonard. Small has it now. He's going to set up the offense for this team. Austin, top the key to Carter. He's going to drive in for the layup. No good. Rebounded by Costa. Leading the break now for North. Drives into the middle of the paint, and no good. Can't hit the layup. A little bit too much on it. Rebounded by Younger. Quickly up now to Carter. He's going to push it over to Leonard. Austin's going to shoot the long 3. No good. Rebounded by Costa.
The 3s don't want to seem to fall tonight for Stoughton. Unlike last night, was the complete opposite. They couldn't miss from beyond the arc.
Costa he's going to get fouled there by Carter. Carter was trying to hit the ball from behind, and he got more body than ball.
Carter seems to be playing with a lot of aggression and enthusiasm tonight. He just made that layup a little bit too hard off the glass, and then he goes right in for the foul. Very hard for the foul.
All right, North's going to line up. Ball underneath the net. Run some horizontal screens. Over now to Elkatrib, back to Donovan, who passed it in. Donovan loses his dribble over to Keel Benjamin. Donovan for three, no good. Another air ball for North.
A lot of threes being taken this game, John. You got to take the game inside the arc. I mean, you can't win games by hitting threes the entire time unless you're going to make most of them.
Tied at 4 with 12:30 left to go in the first half. Elkatrib tries for the steal, can't do it, has to recover quickly, and Brian Small just lost handle on the ball and it's out of bounds.
Both teams going for a very fast-paced game here tonight.
All right, Stoughton was a little bit of a press, but North breaks it fairly easily. Now they trap at the other side of the court. Donovan fakes at the foul line and can't do anything with it. Passes off to Kyle Costa. Costa drives to his right and was trying to find Elkatrib, but stolen by Austin. And Keel Benjamin, it's going to be called black ball. Interesting call there. Looked like it was off Keel Benjamin and looked like he got a piece of it, but they're going to say it was off Stephen Austin of Stoughton.
Stephen Austin does not agree with that call either, and I don't think I do. I think the referee was going to call that a charge, but call the possession of the ball.
All right, Costa loses dribble and gets off to Donovan. Over now to Murray. Murray nowhere to go. Back up now to Donovan. And he tipped out of bounds. Continue to be North ball. 9 seconds on the shot clock. And we're going to have a foul called. And it looks like the foul is called on Dan Carter. Gets called for the foul.
Team's third.
John Galvin, head coach of Stoughton, does not like that call at all. He said he was trying to get some position. There's not much he could do but swing his arms up. He was all over him.
All right, so North's going to get a first 30 out of it. Donovan has it. Trying to find something to do with it. Over now to Elkatrib. Pass over to Keel Benjamin, and Benjamin's trying to give it back to Elkatrib. It's stolen now by Younger. Benjamin, nice hustle back, though, to make the steal.
Benjamin with some great hands on the defense. That is his second steal of the night. Greg Dancy is set to check in for Stoughton.
Donovan has the top of the key. Over now to Costa. Costa's trying to look for some help. Gets over to Donovan. Elkatrib now has it. Back to Donovan. He's driving in for nice, off the backboard. No good. And it's knocked out of bounds by Elkatrib, so it'll be Stoughton ball.
Very fast-paced game here tonight. 10 minutes, 58 seconds left in the game. And it definitely has been a defensive matchup with 4 points apiece for Quincy and Stoughton.
It's one of those weird times when it's been very fast-paced, but it's only been 8 points scored. We're tied at 4.
That's when you know you're seeing a good defensive game tonight, John.
All right, just to say that, Stephen Austin with a nice shot. He had to adjust his shot, came back and around, and puts it in for the layup. So Stoughton's out on top, 6-4. Keel Benjamin down low, and it's blocked there by Leonard. Leading the fast break, Leonard gets it back, and he goes up for the layup. This time it's blocked by Donovan of North. And Small now has it. He's going to bring it up for the jumper, and off the rim and no good. Rebounded by Keel Benjamin.
Teams just matching up here. Steal for steal, block for block, shot for shot.
Kyle Costa in the corner, gets trapped, but gets it out to Murray. Keel Benjamin now at the foul line, shoots it, no good. And rebounded by Brendan Younger of Stoughton. Small brings it up and passes it off now to Dancy, who's in the game. He checked in for Carter, who has 2 fouls. Younger off to Dancy. Back up to Younger again. Trying to draw, can't do anything. Younger drives in and can't get the foul. Rebounded there by Murray. Quickly up now to Donovan. Over to Keel Benjamin in the corner. North working the perimeter here. Costa working against Younger, trying to drive in, gets a shot off, no good. And nice job there by Murray to tip it up and get the foul. He can't get the basketball, he'll go to the line.
Rob Gardner, and it looks like Joe Howlett are set to check in for North Quincy.
John Murray at the line, shooting to the foul zone, Greg Dempsey.
They're over there taking some quick orders from head coach Jim Rendell of North Quincy High School, and here they come to check in. They're going to be replacing number 11, Alcatrib, and number 12, Kevin Donovan.
Joe Howlett.
Murray made the first, 6-5 is the score. And he makes both, so we're tied at 6.
Both free throws were good. 9:26 to go in the first half. 6-6.
Dancy over now to Younger. Younger looking for some help, off now to Austin. Back over to Dancy at the right elbow, trying to find Small down low. He does. Small working against Gardner, who's just checked in. Top of the key to Dancy, around now to Younger. Nothing there. 6 on the shot clock. Dancy has it, being guarded by Costa. 3 on the shot clock. Long 3 from Leonard. It makes good. Wow. Sean Leonard.
That's beyond NBA three-point range right there.
Sean Leonard with a desperation 3, but it was controlled and it went in. Nice pass by Benjamin over to in the game with Howlett, but it's broken up there by Small. 9-6, Stoughton on top of North Quincy with 8:30 left to go here in the first half. Small passes over to Younger, and Younger with the lay-in.
Brian Small getting done from every angle of the game tonight. He can shoot, he can pass, and he can defend.
All right, Caleb Benjamin left all alone, chooses not to shoot the 3 though. Off now to Murray, who does shoot the 3. Nope, no good. Rebounded there by Gardner, who goes in. He draws the foul. Nice job there by Rob Gardner. He up-faked and was able to get Greg Dancy in the air. He went in for the layup. Didn't get the shot, but goes to the line.
John, we are really seeing a good game right now. The score is 11-6, North Quincy. 8 minutes, 9 seconds left to play in the first half. But the intensity, the defense, and the offensive has been here the entire time for the North Quincy High School game.
All right, Gardner is way off on the first there, so he misses the first. Still has another one. Checking in for Stoughton is number 11, Matt Hoffman. Also checking in is James Robotham.
33, James Robotham.
All right, Gardner makes the second. 11-7 is the score. Being pressured by Gardner is Brian Small, and he finally gets away from him.
Almost a backcourt violation there by Small.
Hoffman over to Younger, and he hits the 3. Wow.
Stoughton is getting very hot from beyond the three-point range. The same thing they had last night.
That was a rainbow shot if I've seen one. He had to go over the block, and he hit it. Caleb Benjamin in the corner, being guarded by Small. Passes it off to Murray, who goes up for the shot. No good. Rebounded by Howlett, and we're going to have a jump ball called.
Ball possession
The Stoughton ball.
Kevin Donovan in the ball
Number 12,
game.
Kevin Donovan checks in for number 3, Rob Gardner.
For North Quincy.
All right, bringing it up now is Austin. 14-7 is the score.
Nice crossover by Austin.
And Austin goes in, and he can't hit the layup, though. Controlled by Stoughton. Robotham tipped it over now to Younger. And Younger's going to get fouled there, it looks like, by Costa.
Younger seems to be all over the court tonight.
North Quincy foul on number 4, Kyle Costa. His first, team's second.
All right, someone's trying to pass the ball in. Small gets it into Austin, being guarded by Costa. Austin comes back up around into the paint again, and it's good off the glass over the block attempt by Murray. 16-7 is the score. Costa over now to Donovan, who's back in the game. Caleb Benjamin in the corner. Finds Murray, who's going to take the jumper. In and out, no good. And it is controlled by Joe Howlett. Nice job by Howlett to keep it alive. He puts it up, but it's no good. Rebounded by Brian Small.
It's a great move by Joe Howlett to get that rebound.
Younger went up for a quick layup, but he was a little out of control, and he doesn't go. Rebounded by North. Donovan leads the break, and he's going to go up for the layup, and it's good.
Donovan.
That's the bad thing about a fast-paced game. You do tend to get some sloppy plays if you just slow the ball down just a little bit, control, maybe set up a play. But I guess when you're Stoughton, you want to go with the momentum. 16-9 North Quincy, just a little over six minutes left to go in the game.
All right, Brian Small hit tried a fadeaway jumper. It's no good, but he gets his own rebound back. He passes it off to Hoffman, who takes the J. No good. Rebounded by Costa. Nice box out there by Costa. He's looking up court and finds Howlett. Howlett was stumbling with his feet, though. Back to Costa for three. It's good. Kyle Costa for three.
I think every three made here right now was better about from the NBA range. No player seems to be going up to the high school three-point range here at all.
All right, Stoughton right back, though. 16-12 is the score. 5:30 left in the half. Brian Small drives in. Back out to Younger. Thought about the three, decided not to. Austin has it, and now to Robotham. Nice drop step by Robotham. He goes a pass to Keel Benjamin.
James Robotham.
18-12 is the score right now. Costa bringing it up and gets it over to Keel Benjamin. Over into the middle to Murray, and he goes up and gets 2 points. John Murray with nice 2 points there.
How many points does Roboth have tonight? 2
He
points.
has 2. Robotham has 2. All right, Brian Smalls controlling the offense here. In now to Younger, and he's being guarded, and nice block there by Murray. It goes out of bounds off Murray, and it will be Stoughton ball still.
In the ball game for North
All right, Mont Elkichip's going to check in. Benjamin will take a seat.
Dan Carter and Sean Leonard
Dan
check back
Carter
in
in the
for
ball
Stoughton,
game.
and Younger's going to take a seat.
Along with
North Quincy calls a timeout. They're trailing by 4, 18-14 is the score, with 4:49 left here to go in the first half. This is the second game of our doubleheader here on QATV. First game was between the Quincy Presidents and the Milton Wildcats. Quincy came out on top, 66-55. And that was the consolation game here in this tournament.
MVPs of that game were Parker Scott for Quincy, and they were for Milton was Adam Donovan. Adam Donovan, some great work the past 2 nights here.
Yeah, he was certainly the MVP of the Milton team on these past 2 nights here in the tournament. And as was Parker Scott, he had great games. And Parker Scott, when he fouled out against Stoughton last night, he fouled out with a good amount of time to go. 5:30 left to go in the game, he fouled out. And that was certainly a big heartbreaker for the Presidents. They battled back into it, though, and they just couldn't hold on to it, losing by 1.
It just says what kind of player Parker Scott is and how much this Quincy Presidents team values him on that team. Back in action, 12 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Players are getting warned right now.
A little anxious, they getting ready to go. All right, and it is tipped in there by Stoughton, 10 on the shot clock. And nice job by Elkichip, who just checked back in to steal it. Costa over to Howlett. He's going to take the jumper, no good. Almost rebounded by Elkichip. I spoke too soon, but he did a nice job of trying to breaking up there.
4 minutes, 30 seconds left in the game, 18-14 North Quincy.
All right, Brian Small brings it up. Dan Carter's back in the game. Robotham down low. Can't do anything. Carter over now to Small. He's going to take the long three. No good, too much. Rebounded by Elkichip.
This North Quincy defense is all over the place looking for steals. Must be a thing Jim Rendell works very well on in practice.
All right. Elkichip has it at the top of the key in the Howlett. He takes it from the foul line. No good. And rebounded there by Sean Leonard of Stoughton. Small has it and broken up there by Donovan temporarily, but Stoughton gets it back. All right, Small's going to settle down the offense, start it up again. 10 on the shot clock. Robotham has it back to Small, and almost broken up again. 5 on the shot clock. Leonard drives in and off the glass and in. Sean Leonard with a nice drive there.
Sean Leonard with some great presence. He can really handle that ball, and he is not afraid at all to go straight to the tin.
North breaks the press of Stoughton, kind of a man-to-man press. Alcantara has it over now to Howlett. Excuse me, Donovan. Donovan's going to take a shot. No good. Rebounded there by Small.
Brian Small seems to know what to do every time he touches that ball. As you can see, he get that rebound. He's looking up the court for a long baseball pass, but he brings it up on his own.
Nice pass by Carter into Robotham, and no good. And rebounded by Small.
Great save by Small.
All right, and we're going to have a foul on the play. Dan Carter was driving in, and he got fouled.
North Quincy foul on number 31, Joe Howlett. On the line, Dan Carter is shooting 2. That's Howlett's first foul, team's third.
All right, Howlett does get called for the foul. Carter at the line, misses the first.
2 minutes, 54 seconds
John
left.
Murray and Akil Benjamin in the ball
20
game
to 14,
for North Quincy.
North has 3 team fouls, excuse me. One more point there for Carter. He makes his second.
They're 21-14, North Quincy.
So North has 3 team fouls against them, and Stoughton has 5 against them. Stoughton in a man-to-man. Ahmad Alcatrib, nice drive there by Ahmad Alcatrib to drive into the middle with a little running jumper.
Alcatrib goes right to the foul line and makes that shot beautifully.
Big
Nice
block there by Murray, but Stoughton gets the rebound. Rebounded there by O'Moore, and he's going to be called for a traveling violation. O'Moore got the rebound, but he took little baby steps, and he gets called for the travel.
Yeah, you can see he tried to keep that pivot, but he was just getting pushed out of the way, and there was nothing he could do about that.
Murray has it. Stoughton's actually in like a 1-3 zone with a man-to-man on Costa. Carter is playing Costa man-to-man. Everyone else is in zone.
Well, they definitely should be. Costa's the kind of player that is very explosive.
All right, Tom Powers has checked into the game for North. Leonard goes past him, and a nice layup there by Leonard. He had to adjust it because meeting him in the middle was Murray.
Sean Leonard, little crossover move, went straight to the hole. Just under 2 minutes left here to play. 23-16 North Quincy.
That is his third.
All right, Carter gets called for his 3rd foul. We'll see if John Galvin takes him out of the game, and he's going to leave him in, actually. That's 3 fouls on Carter, so we have 2 minutes to go left here in the first half.
Terrell
Stoughton's on top.
Johnson's going to check in for North. He's going to replace number 20, Tom Powers. We saw a little bit of Terrell Johnson last night late in the game for North.
All right, Alcatrib has it over now to Benjamin. Johnson over now to Alcatrib, back and forth between them. Alcatrib for 3, no good. And see, looks like Kyle Costa pushed off of Dan Carter, and he's going to get the foul called against him.
These two teams, John, are not shy at all from shooting
North
beyond
Quincy
the
foul
arc.
on number 4.
They are very
Kyle
comfortable
Costa.
shooting 3-pointers.
All right, Galvin is now going to decide, Coach Galvin for Stoughton is going to decide to take Carter out and bring Greg Dancy in. So give Carter some protection with 3 fouls here late in the first half. Costa working against Dancy. Robotham down low, and he can't hit the layup. All right, we have 2 conflicting calls here. Each referee saw a foul, and they called a different foul. They're at center court now talking about it. We'll see which one they go with.
Foul on number 12, Moon Olmenheimer.
Head coach John Galvin for Stoughton better watch his step. Might be looking at a technical pretty soon.
Yeah, looked like the under referee called a foul against Quincy, North Quincy, and the upper referee called a foul against Stoughton. And it looks like the Stoughton foul is going to be the one that gets called.
Yeah, I believe that was a charge on number 12, Madu O'Moore.
right, North has it. Elkatrip over to Johnson. Johnson comes back and stolen there, right in front of us and into my hands, actually.
Nice save, Jones. Lace up some sneakers, give him a jersey.
All right, so it's a bad pass there, and it's going to be Stoughton ball now. 1:19 left to go here in the half. Stoughton on top, 23-16. Leonard goes past Johnson, over to Dancy for 3. No good. Rebounded by Leonard, and he puts it up for 2 points. Leonard at the right place at the right time, and puts it in the little bunny J. 25-16 now. Long 3 for North, and it is good. Kevin Donovan.
1 minute to go in the first half.
All right, Stoughton now has it. Leonard finds down low, Small, and he went up for the layup but gets fouled. Nice back screen there by Stoughton to free up Brian Small.
Brian Small is unbelievable player.
Team's 5th. Brian Small, the line, shooting 2.
48 seconds left in the game. It is 20. It is.
All right, first one is missed there by Small. And he hits the second. So it's 26-19.
28 seconds to go in the first half. 26-19, Black Knights.
Little confusion here, folks, with the scoreboard. It says Quincy, but that's the Stoughton side.
Yeah, it certainly is a little different here, especially when North Quincy's playing there against another team, not against Quincy.
Yeah, it most certainly is different.
All right, ball's knocked out of bounds there by Stoughton, and it'll be North ball.
Joe
Hollett's going to check into the game for Elkatrip.
Ahmad Elkatrip for North Quincy.
31 seconds left in the game, 26-19, Stoughton.
North's trying to pass it in, and it's a bad pass, and all alone goes, oh, and a big dunk there by Sean Leonard.
Wow. Sean Leonard getting it done. Sent me back in my seat.
All right, another outlet pass up to Brian Small. We'll see what he does, and oh, they went for a little showtime there, and it backfired. Leonard went up for the alley-oop for Leonard again, and he missed the dunk that time.
You are getting, if you paid attention to this game, you are getting a show tonight. Brian Small gets the alley-oop pass. Wow.
Terrell Johnson.
Wow. Sean Leonard almost went back-to-back dunks, one for the alley-oop.
I can't say I've ever seen 2 back-to-back points that were both dunks, especially in high school.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
We almost saw it there, but anyway, on that play, we're going to close our mouths, I should say. And it's North ball. They have 3 seconds left, up to Akil Benjamin, and he's not going to get the shot off in time. We've been no good anyway. So at the half, the Black Knights have a big lead, or I should say a lead over Quincy. It is 28-19 with Stoughton on top.
Last call.
Brian Small is getting the job done here tonight. He's a very unselfish player. He knows how to pass and definitely knows how to set up the alley-oop. Sean Leonard, you can't say nothing about that dunk right there. It was a beautiful dunk. But nonetheless, it is 28-19 Stoughton. They go into the half. North Quincy needs to come out, play a little stronger defense. I think both teams definitely need to slow down the pace a little bit. They came out a little bit too fast in the first half. They want to be successful, make their shot. They need to slow it down.
All right, here in the championship game of the Quincy President's Invitational Basketball Tournament, the Black Knights of Stoughton 28 and the North Quincy Red Raiders 19. We'll be back after this break. Welcome back to the Quincy High School Gymnasium for the championship game of the Quincy High School Basketball Invitational Tournament. My name is Jonathan Clare. I'm being joined by Matt McLaughlin. And Matt, we certainly ended the first half with some exciting action. It was on the Stoughton side with a dunk and almost another dunk by Sean Leonard.
Did we ever? Brian Small set him up for the alley-oop on the second attempt for a dunk. That would have been one of probably the best high school highlights maybe of the season. That was tremendous. I think what the key to the game is that both sides need to slow it down a little bit, North, both and Stoughton. They came out second half, very, very fast-paced basketball. They need to slow it down a little bit in the second half because they don't have the energy going. They definitely need to slow it down and maybe keep those dunks up.
All right, so the score is at 28-29. Stoughton's on top. Stoughton is the Hockomock League champions. Their record's at 17-2. North Quincy, this is a very big game for North. They're at 9-9 right now, and if they want to go to the state tournament, they need to win this game. So we'll see if North can come out. They trail by 9 at the half, and we'll see if they can come out and put a victory up for them and continue their season for at least one more game. All right, our totals at the half for North Quincy. Rob Gardner had 1, Kyle Costa had 3, Ahmad Elkatrip 2, Kevin Donovan 5, and John Murray 8. Kyle Costa averages normally about 20 points on the season, so he is well under his average so far. On the Stoughton side, Sean Leonard we've talked about, he has 13, Dan Carter 1, Brendan Younger 5, Stephen Austin 4, Brian Small 3, and James Robotham with 2. Foul trouble, Dan Carter has 3, and no real trouble on the north side, 2 players with 2 fouls. All right, it's stolen out of the gate there by North.
There's that fast-paced basketball again. North, you can see they're visibly coming out a little bit slower right now.
All right, they screen there by Donovan. Costa's going to take the 3, no good, rebounded by Small.
Also, you got to attack the basket. You can't be shooting threes every possession.
All right, Austin has it over now to Leonard. Robotham's still in the game. Nice drop step, but he can't convert. Murray with the rebound. Looking up court, can't find anyone. He's just going to give it out to Costa now. Costa looking for some room. Off down to Donovan. Donovan takes the 3, no good again. Rebounded there by Leonard. He's going to work it up, and it is turned over. Coach Galvin was looking for a kick ball from Stoughton, but no kick ball was called. North has it. Elkatrip at the top of the key. Over now to Donovan. Donovan looking for some help and gets it off now to Elkatrip. 12 on the shot clock. Bad pass by Elkatrip, taken off there by Robotham. And stolen again now by Elkatrip going the other way. Here's Donovan to his right. He gives it to him. And Donovan goes back into the paint, and it's in. Nice left-handed hook there by Donovan.
That's 3 turnovers under a minute for both teams. They really need to slow the pace down, get those passes set.
All right, and Stoughton was looking for a foul there, none called. But Mikhail Benjamin leads his team down the other way. Over to Elkatrip now. Finds Murray in the paint, and he goes up, and he gets another 2 points there. So North come out strong so far. 28-23 is the score.
Cut that deficit to within 5.
All right, Ahmad Elkatrip was mad at himself. He realized as soon as he went for it, it was going to be a foul, and he gets called for it.
Foul on number 11, Ahmad Elkatrip.
That's
his
second foul, excuse me.
Team's first. Elkatrip's third foul.
Stoughton now, Small in the corner. Try to feed it down to Robotham and can't. Taken away by Murray. And Donovan, instead of leading the break, is going to slow it up for North.
Stoughton's coming a little bit sloppy in this second half.
Official timeout.
All right, looks like coming off the court, Stephen Austin. Looks like he's holding his right wrist.
That is not a good sign for the Stoughton bench.
Greg Dancy in the ball game, replacing the number 21, Stephen Austin.
He will be getting checked out by the trainer. Unfortunately, he's leaving no, he's not leaving the gym, so we'll be able to tell you what the trainer says and does.
All right, so North has it. 22 is on the shot clock.
It appears to be Austin's right wrist.
All right, referees are now wiping up some sweat that's on the floor. And it looks like it was requested there by the Stoughton coach.
I don't think John Galvin's making friends here with the officials.
All right, so finally we're going to get back to action here. North ball. They trail by 5, 28-23. Costa stolen there
That's
by
another turnover.
Dancy. Brian Small has it being guided by Alcatrib. He's going to shoot the long 2 air ball, but right there is Carter. Kicks it back out now. Leonard over now to Dancy. Robotham at the foul line and finds Small, but he can't control. Nice diving pass there by Small. 5 on the shot clock. Long 3 is an air ball and no good. And it's going to be North ball and out of bounds.
We've had 7 3-point shots attempted since the half.
All right, North was trying to inbounds the ball, and Dan Carter was like glue on Kyle Costa, and Costa pushed off of him. So there's going to be a foul on Costa. That's his 3rd foul.
Costa does not like that call.
Costa's 4th foul.
All right, Stoughton gets it in. Around the perimeter. Carter has it in the corner. Small's going to reset it for the Black Knights. Dancy with it. Over to Carter now. He's going to drive in. Hands off to Leonard. He shoots the 3. No good. Rebounded by Robotham. And actually, he can't control it. And Akil Benjamin is the one who comes up with it. All right, so Presidents bring the ball up. Donovan has it for North. Over now to Alcatrib. He finds Costa, who shoots the J. It's good. Kyle Costa.
Kyle Costa stepped in from the 3. He finally realized that the 3-pointers were not going to fall. He stepped in about 3 points inside from the 3-point line, nailed the jump shot.
All right, Carter has it. He finds Small underneath. Nice shot by Small to get open.
12 minutes, 15 seconds, 30-25, Stoughton.
Coming back down now is North. Long 3, no good by Benjamin.
It's like a 3-point shootout down here.
And it's rebounded now by Stoughton. Dancy has it. He's going to let everyone pass him. Cross-court pass to Small. He shoots the 3. That's no good. And fight for the rebounds, won by Costa. He's going to work his way up over now to Donovan. Bounce pass to Murray. He shoots it. And nice job there by John Murray to take the J.
John Murray.
30-27, North trails by 3. It's 11:40 left to go here in the game. And it's stolen by Donovan. He gives it up to Costa. It's a 1-on-3, and Costa puts it up, and it is rebounded there by Alcatrib, who came up to pick up the miss.
North has finally given up with the 3-pointers there, attacking the hoop just as they should.
All right, Lennon has it being guarded tightly by Benjamin, and Benjamin's going to get called for the foul.
North puts his foul on number 34, Akil Benjamin.
There have been 10
That is his
3-pointers attempted.
3rd in the ball
5
game.
6 of those have been by Stoughton, and they have made none of them.
Replaces number 32, John.
All right, see,
Kevin
Tom
Donovan.
Powers has checked into the game. Lennon gets it in and out of Robotham. He turns around into the paint, and no good. Tipped by Small, but it goes into the hands of Kyle Costa. He leads the break. He goes up and he trips, and we're going to have a traveling violation.
Small was looking around down there. He was tipping the ball up. He kept it about 3 tips in the air, but there was no one around him to help rebound the ball. That's always a bad sign. When you're rebounding the ball, you always want your team to be crashing those boards and be around the ball. Small brings it up right now.
All right, 1-point game, 30-29 with 11 to go. Carter up top now to Small. He's going to drive into the paint, and it's blocked there by Murray. And it's going to be out of bounds off North. Stoughton ball.
Kevin Donovan in the ball game, replacing number 4, Kyle Costa.
Stoughton ball underneath their net, underneath the North net, excuse me.
Ryan Small and John Murray just exchanged a little pleasantry after Murray blocked his shot.
Carter now has it, drives in off for Dancy. He fakes the shot, comes in, nice pass down to Austin, and he passes back out. A lot of passing. Now to Leonard for 3, no good. They had to get it off of the shot clock, was about to expire.
They are 7 for 0 on 3-point attempts since the half.
All right, Kevin Donovan has it over now to Elkatrib. 30-29 still, 10-20 left to go here in the game. Keel Benjamin. Over now to John Murray. Murray's going to shoot the three. It's no good. And rebounded by Brian Small of Stoughton. He quickly gets it out to Dancy, Greg Dancy of Stoughton. Down underneath now to Amore. Back over to Small on the left elbow. Dancy calls out the play. And Small comes in. Amore thought about the three, didn't take it. Dancy has it, 7 on the shot clock. Small into Leonard, and he's going to go in for the layup.
That's a great way to cut to the basket if you're Sean Leonard. Go right to the hole, attack it.
And we're going to have a kickball, excuse me, on that play.
In the ball game for Stoughton, Brendan Younger replaces number 14, Dan Carter.
All right, 9:31 left to go here in the championship game of the Quincy High School Basketball Invitational Tournament. Stoughton's on top by 3, 32-29. North had to go all the way back court to get it in. Murray has it. Trying to work it against him more. He dips it off, and it's good. And a foul for Tom Powers.
That's a great pass. You drive into the lane, you dump it off to the open man. You usually have 2 defenders on you when you drive into the lane, which always means it's going to be an open defender. Normally, he's running a basket cut. Great play by North.
That Stoughton foul is on Brian Small.
And Powers converts, so we are now tied at 32.
21 to go in the second half. We've got a tie ball game.
All those missed three-pointers attempt by Stoughton have really hurt them. And now we have a tie game at 32 apiece with 9 minutes and 15 seconds left in the game.
All right, Elmore almost looked like a travel there. Looked like he jumped up in the air and didn't do anything, came down. They're going to say it was a little hop step. And either way, it goes out of bounds. It's North ball.
Looks like one of those NBA hop steps.
All right, Elkatrib gets trapped, and it's picked up now by Leonard. Look out, we might have something, and he dips it off and gives it off to Dancy instead.
That's great to see. This is definitely an unselfish basketball team by Stoughton.
Sean Leonard almost again with another steal. North had to respect Leonard there going up for the dunk, and they had to come over for him, and he gave it off now for Dancy. All right, Donovan drives in off the glass, no good. Tipped again, and Brian Small finally comes up with it, and he controls it for Stoughton. All right, Kevin Donovan's going to get to pick up a foul here.
North Quincy foul number 12, Kevin Donovan. That's the team's 4th of Donovan's.
8:28 left to go in the game. Stoughton on top by 2, 34-32.
As we mentioned, all these steals that we see from the North and Stoughton side is just a great sign of great defense. Both teams going neck and neck here for the steals category.
Brian Small back to Small. He'd given up to Dancy. Younger has it now. He leaves it off for Leonard. Back to Dancy, top of the key. 14 on the shot clock. Leonard has it again. Off for Dancy, down into the block to Small, and no good. He gets his own rebound back. I'm sorry, no he doesn't. It's taken away now by Murray. Donovan brings it up for North and gets it off now into the corner. Murray now has it, and a big block there by Brian Small. Right back down the other way. Small has it. He's going to shoot the three, and it's good.
Brian Small getting it done on both ends of the floor with the big block, and then he shoves it down for 3 points on the offensive side.
Big swing there in points. Could have been another tied game, but instead they have a 5-point lead. Stoughton, that is. Costa for 3, no good. Rebounded by Murray. He gives it back to Costa, swings it over down to Elkatrib. He takes a 3. And that's no good. Rebounded by Brian Small.
I feel like I'm watching the NBA three-point shootout All-Star Weekend. I can't believe all these free throws that have been thrown up. You have to attack the hoop.
All right, Small's going to take another 3. No good. Rebounded by Murray.
We might be setting a record here for threes attempted. I've run out of room in my score sheet here on threes.
All right, Costa has it. Drives in baseline and goes all the way across. Donovan has it now. We're going to leave him alone.
Another
he shoots
3.
the 3, and that's no good.
0 for 7 on the last 7 threes by both teams.
All right, Greg Dancy brings it up. Over now the Younger. He drives in, dishes off for O'More. Len top of the key, passes in now to Brian Small, and he goes up and in and around Brian Small.
Brian Small, just a fundamentally sound player. He knows how to get it done. I've said it several times tonight, and he just proves it over and over again.
Tom Powers up now top to Kevin Donovan. 6:15 to go. North trails by 7. Kevin Donovan on top of the key. 5 to go in the shot clock. Donovan's going to have to get off. He gives it off to Tom Powers. No good. And rebounded by Costa. Tom Powers now back underneath, and he gives it off to Elkatrib. He's going to drive in. Nowhere to go, though. He has to come back out. Costa has the top of the key. Finds Murray at the foul line. He takes a fadeaway jumper. No good. Rebounded there by Brendan Younger, Stoughton.
5 minutes, 35 seconds left in the game. 39-32, Stoughton.
Younger has it off now to O'More. And he gets down to Leonard. Leonard pivots it around and no good. And we have a charging foul on Sean Leonard.
On number 13, Sean Leonard.
Got some fresh legs coming in for Stoughton. Number 21, Stephen Austin will check back in. His wrist does not seem to be a problem anymore. Number 3, I think that is. Number 33, James Robothan will check in. And number 11, Matt Hoffman will check in, I think, after the timeout.
All right, well, as you said, we do have a timeout. North called a timeout. Coach Jim Rendo wants to discuss some things over. He's seen his team bring it back up. They had it tied at 32 at 9:15. Since then, Stoughton's gone on a 7-0 run in the last 3:15. Actually 3:45, and the score is now 39-32. On top is Stoughton.
We have a little stat right here. Stoughton, out of the half, was 0 for 9 on three-point attempts, and as of right now, they're only 1 for 12 on three-point attempts. And that one came by Brian Small after a big block on the defensive side of the court. So a lot of points missed right there, missed opportunities that could come back to hurt Stoughton in this game, but right now they have a lead, 39-32. 5 minutes, 22 seconds left to go in the game.
You were mentioning, Matt, throughout the game, that you got to drive to the net, and when you drive, that's when you usually pick up the fouls. It's shown right now there's been a lot of three-point attempts. North has only taken 5 foul shots, and they are 4 for 5. On the other end, Stoughton has taken 4. They're 2 for 4. In the second half, there's only been 1 foul shot attempted, so there's a lot of three-pointers being taken.
You can't win games like that. I think everyone must have watched a little bit too much of the three-point shootout
Gil
contest.
Benjamin back in the ball game, replacing Tom Power for North Quincy.
All right. Elkatrib brings it up for Donovan, and trying to get across court, and they just do get it across before the 10-second violation. Elkatrib over to Costa. He gets it back up now to Elkatrib. 14 on the shot clock. Donovan has it top of the key. Elkatrib back down low to Keel Benjamin's checked back in. It's 5 on the shot clock. John Murray has it and can't get a good shot off, really. Rebounded there by Brian Small. And a foul from behind there is Kevin Donovan, and he certainly wasn't happy with that as he walked in front of us.
If it wasn't for that mouthpiece, Donovan might be watching the rest of the game from the locker room.
That is his second, team's 5th.
All right, Austin is back in the game along with Carter and Robotham. Also in there is Matt Hoffman and the captain of this team, Brian
Another
Small. Another 3, no good. Rebounded there by Hoffman. He goes back up and no good. Went off the glass, off the rim, and then out. Rebounded by North. Keel Benjamin up over cross court now. John Murray down the paint, and nice reverse job there by Murray, and he gets it in.
That basket probably would have counted anyways. That would have been probably would have called that. It's escaping me right now. I'm sorry. When you hit the backboard, that's going to count the basketball.
Yeah,
anytime.
interference there.
Interference. That's what I'm looking for. Thank you, John.
Not a problem.
I'm still hung up from that dunk in the first half.
All right, North comes right back down the other end, and in goes Kevin Donovan.
Goaltending is the word I'm looking for.
There you go.
Goaltending.
48 to go in the second half. 39-36 Black Knights.
All right, Matt Elkitcher was trying to steal it, and he almost does. Brian Small has it, and they got 10-second violation is called. Nice job there by Elkitcher. He disrupted the ball just enough.
10-second
And
violation.
as Brian Small was crossing half court, it was
John
the
Lennon
11th
back in the
second as he hit
ballgame,
cross
replacing
court.
James Rothbard.
3 minutes, 35 seconds left to go in the game. 39-36 Stoughton. As we mentioned before, North needs to win this game to qualify for the tournament.
Kevin Donovan has it over to Adam Murray, who's at the top of the key. Monaco drives towards the baseline, and he was trying to dish it off for Keel Benjamin, and it goes out of bounds. It'll still remain North ball. 14 on the shot clock. Costa's trying to pass it in, and he goes up top now to Donovan. Costa fakes the three, gets it into Akil Benjamin. 8 on the shot clock. Costa has it. Kevin Donovan gets a 3 off. It's good! Kevin Donovan hits a big three.
That's going to tie the game. Kevin
In
Donovan.
the ballgame, we
North with a little
tie.
magic left at the end of the shot clock.
And just as North is trying to build some momentum, Ahmad Elkitcher causes a foul down the other end against Brian Small.
Now all those missed three-pointers are going to definitely come back to hunt Stoughton. We do have a brand new ball game, 39-39, 2 minutes, 57 seconds left in the game.
All right, 16 fouls for North, 2 for Stoughton. That's Elkitcher's 4th foul. Up top now to Austin. 3 for Leonard, and in and out, no good. Rebounded by Murray. Looking for some help, and he almost throws it out of bounds. Kevin Donovan has it, though. Elkitcher leaves it off now for Donovan. Fakes the 3, doesn't take it, though. Elkitcher passes into Murray, who's at foul line extend. He drives in, takes a fadeaway jumper, no good. Rebounded by Stoughton. And it is stolen there by North. Elkitcher comes in, he takes the shot, and no good.
Brian Small didn't know what he wanted to do there, go for the block or go for the offensive foul. He tried to do both, and he just can't do that.
And Sean Leonard couldn't get the layup in. 2 minutes left, and we're tied at 39. Coach Jim Reynolds telling his team to slow it down a little, try to look for the open shot. Stoughton in a zone. They have that 1-3 zone and a man on Costa. And kind of a forced shot there by Donovan, a little bit too much off the glass. No good, rebounded there by Stoughton.
1 minute, 30 seconds left in the game, 39 apiece. Stoughton with possession, 20 seconds left on the 30-second shot clock.
Dan Carter takes a shot from the foul line. It's
Makes
good.
it.
Dan Carter with a big shot there for Stoughton.
Dan Carter.
Kyle Costa pushes the ball up now for North. And
Timeout.
North is going to call a timeout. So 41-39 with 1:15 left here to go.
As we mentioned before, Stoughton is just throwing up the 3-ball like it's their job. They are 1 for 14 since the half. The only one they hit was Brian Smalls. If you do the, if you add up, if you see the glass half full here, they could have made 42 points. But when you see it half empty, they gave up basically 42 points and those missed 3-pointers. That basically has come back to haunt them. If they had gone to the hole, I'm guessing out of those 14 trips, they would have had a few points out of those 14 trips down the hole. So that definitely is going to come back, and it's doing some damage to the Stoughton team right now.
Again, we mentioned free throws have not been a factor here today. North is 4 for 5, and Stoughton is 2 for 4. North has 1 foul shot in the second half. Stoughton has none. That could come into play here pretty soon, though. North has 16 fouls. Stoughton only has 2. So the next foul against North will be a 1-on-1 situation for Stoughton.
And I'm sure Stoughton knows that right now. I'm sure John Galvin, the coach of Stoughton, is letting his team know about that. Let's see if they capitalize. 41-39, Stoughton. 1 minute, 15 seconds left to go. 25 seconds on the shot clock. And it is North Quincy basketball.
All right, North basketball, as Matt mentioned, 25 on the shot clock for North. Kevin Donovan has it. Over now to Elkatrib. Elkatrib working over now to Murray at the right elbow. Over down to Elkatrib. 12 on the shot clock. Donovan over to Keel Benjamin. Back down to Donovan. Drives in, takes a shot. It's good. Kevin Donovan is coming up big here in the end.
We got a game right now, 41-41. The clock is running, about 45 seconds left. Stoughton has the ball. Brian Small, just the person to have the ball, has it right now.
All right, he passes out now to Stephen Austin. Austin over now to Dan Carter. Carter gives up for Small. He drives in and doesn't take anything. He thought about it. 12 on the shot clock. Dan Carter has it. Now 10. Carter working around. 7 on the shot clock. Brian Small over to Austin. 4 on the shot clock. Not to get a shot off. And a big basket.
Stephen Austin driving to the hole. The finger roll. 43-41. 15 seconds left in the game. Jim Rendell wants a timeout. 11 seconds go down on the game clock. 30-second shot clock is no longer it's no longer something to deal with here. The 30-second shot clock is off. 11 seconds left in the game. 43-41. Stoughton, North Quincy basketball.
Stoughton and Stephen Austin. There was 5 seconds on the clock. He had it on the left side. He said, I got to do something. I got to do it soon. He drove in and took an unbelievable layup, and it went in, and that gave Stoughton the lead. So they're up by 2, 43-41, and there's 11 seconds left here to go in the game. North has it, and it's on the Stoughton side of the court here. Again, 16 fouls for North and 2 for Stoughton. Stoughton could foul here, and if they don't like something that's going on, they can foul and it won't hurt them immediately.
So North Quincy, what they have to do right now is make a basket. A foul is not going to matter at all. They need to make a basket in the situation, and once again, if North loses this game, they do not qualify for the tournament. If you came down to the game tonight, you definitely get your money's worth.
All right, this is the championship game of the Quincy Presidents Invitational Basketball Tournament between the Stoughton Black Knights and the Red Raiders of North Quincy. It has been a fantastic game all night long. All right, here we go. 11 seconds left to go here in the game. North has the ball. They need a win to make the tournament. Donovan passes it in over to Akil Benjamin. Over to Elkatrib. 9 on the clock. Donovan over now to Elkatrib. 6 on the clock. Costa fakes the shot, and he goes up, and he gets fouled.
He will be shooting 3. He will be shooting 3 free throws. Wow. If it was a story, you couldn't have wrote it up any other way better.
Brian Small is kicking himself right now. Of all the people, of all the teams, Brian Small has been the most composed, biggest leader on the court for either team, really, and he took the bait on Costa's fake of the 3. Costa has 3 shots, and he misses the first.
Now all they can do is tie the game. There is a lot of pressure on Costa right now. If he misses his free throw, there will be 2 seconds left on the clock. Stoughton ball. North does not have a foul to give.
Costa's second shot, and that's good. You can see the scoreboard in your screen right there. 43-42 now.
Stoughton is going to try and ice Kyle Costa. Now, North does not have a foul to give, right? Or do they have 1 foul to give?
No, they do not have any fouls to give. The scoreboard now shows us 17 fouls for Stoughton. I don't believe that's correct here. So North, if North fouls, there'll be a 1-on-1 situation for Stoughton. All right, so Kyle Costa goes to the line for a 3rd and final foul shot.
This is big.
He had the ball, and North was almost desperate for a shot. He up-faked, and the captain of the Stoughton Black Knights, Brian Small, took the bait and jumped in the air. And a great job by Costa to jump into him and draw the foul, and he gets 3 foul shots.
It's a big-time play by Costa, knowing exactly what to do in that situation.
All right, Costa missed the first. He made the second. So it is now 43-42, and North has a chance to tie the game here with 2 seconds left to go in the game. Again, we've been saying it all game long, but it's a big point. North needs this win to make the state basketball tournament here. All right, the Stoughton crowd's making a lot of noise. Costa, and he hits it.
Makes it. We have a tie game, folks.
All right, and Stoughton's going to call timeout. So a big shot there by Kyle Costa to make it. And after he missed the first, he said, I'm going to make these next two, and he did exactly that.
Now with 2 seconds left on the clock, it'll be Stoughton ball. North does not have a foul to give. I'm gonna go take a guess that North is going to play back after half court, unless from some, that Stoughton can make a shot from beyond the half court range. I think we'll be seeing some overtime basketball here.
All right.
Quite the game, though.
This is, I have to admit, all these games here at the Quincy tournament have been fantastic. On day one, North Quincy pulled out a last-second victory over Milton, 51-49. And Stoughton pulled out another last-second victory over Quincy, 58-57. Kenny Johnson missed a shot with 5 seconds left. That would have given Quincy the W, but it just rimmed out. The game earlier today, Quincy beat Milton 66-55. It was a little bit closer than the score might say, though.
Yeah.
Milton had a great game, and just towards the end, they couldn't pull it out, and Quincy pulled a little bit away on foul shots and whatnot. And now here we are, 2 seconds left to go in the championship game. We're tied at 43.
Now, North Quincy does not want to foul at all.
Nope, and we're going to have dueling timeouts here. North Quincy has called a timeout after Stoughton called a timeout. So I think what Stoughton came out with some sort of plan, and Coach Jim Rendell wanted to make sure that his team was ready for it, to make sure they didn't give up any basket.
Now that could have been a complete fool by Stoughton. They could have just sent a play out there that they knew that Jim Rendell would have challenged that. They could be drawing up another one right now.
Again, Stoughton comes into this game at 17-2. They are the Hockomock League champions. And North at 9-9. And again, a win sends them to the tournament. Real quick, we'll run down some scores, some points here for you. Rob Gardner has 1. Kyle Costa has 7. Elkatrib, he has 4. Kevin Donovan, he has 13. For John Murray, he has 14. And Tom Powers has 3. For Stoughton, Dancy has 2. Sean Leonard has 15. Carter has 3. Younger has 5. Austin has 6. Brian Small, he has 10. And Robotham has 2. All right, here we go. North pulls everyone back. 2 seconds to go. Passing in is going to be Leonard. Baseball pass, and he steps out of bounds.
There is no time off the clock. 2 seconds, North will have the ball on their side of the half court.
Yep, he stepped out of bounds. It looked like the pass was intended there for number 11, Matt Hoffman, and no time went off the clock because he caught the ball out of bounds. His right foot was on the line.
The clock does not start until the player touches the ball. John Galvin is being told that right now by the official.
All right, so here we go. North now has a chance to win this game. 2 seconds to go. Dunnan's going to pass it in. He's looking for some help, looking for someone. He gets up to Elkatrib. He puts it in. And it makes it! Makes the basket! It's good! Wow! Unbelievable!
Unbelievable!
Ahmad
Stoughton cannot believe it right now.
Ahmad Elkatrib gets it, and it was a fantastic play. Kevin Donovan alley-ooped it in.
Stoughton players are in shock right now.
Unbelievable! Wow!
Tournament champions.
Unbelievable!
Stephen Austin cannot believe it right now.
Unbelievable. North Quincy, wow, we saw some great plays on both sides of the ball here. Real quick to recap what just happened. Kevin Donovan have it with 2 seconds left. He alley-oops it into Ahmad Elkatrib, who lays it in as time expires. Ahmad Elkatrib wins the game for the North Quincy Red Raiders and brings home the championship of the Quincy High School Basketball Invitational Tournament.
Wow, excuse me, John, while I pick up my jar off the floor.
Wow.
That was some of the best basketball. That was one of the best basketball plays I've ever seen. And I've been watching Celtics for a good 16 years. That's unbelievable right there. That is unbelievable. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, that's all I think either of us can say right now.
That is, wow. All you can say is wow to that.
All right, we're going to keep it right here. We're going to have the presentations of the awards and the All-Stars as well. We're going to go down some stats for you here momentarily as we finalize and add them up. We're kind of in shock there, and all of a sudden just, wow, North Quincy wins it. Certainly not the way we expected the game to end on an alley-oop like that.
You know, Stoughton, they could have made it a lot easier on themselves. They took far too many three-pointers. I said it throughout the game. They were 1 for 14 coming out of the half. You know, like I said before, depending how you look at it, they could have made 42 points, but they basically gave up 42 points. They should have driven to the hole. If they driven to the hole at least half of the amount of times they took threes, it would have been a different outcome. I think it would have been a different outcome. That is just amazing what I've just seen here in the gym. Absolutely amazing.
You know, each half ended with some unbelievable excitement. The first half ended with all the momentum going towards Stoughton. There was about 35 seconds left, I believe. And getting a steal for Stoughton was Sean Leonard. He had a wide open net, and what does he do? He comes down and two hands jams it into the net, and a big momentum boost. Right after that, Stoughton steals it back. Brian Small brought it up, and he alley-ooped it, but Leonard missed a dunk. All right, we're going to go down to the athletic director for the Quincy Public Schools, and Ed Miller, and we're going to have the trophy presentation.
And runner-up, Stoughton High School. We couldn't have two finer nights of basketball. With that victory, North Quincy qualifies for the state tournament. Congratulations. For our game all-star for runner-up Stoughton, Brian Small. Congratulations. If I could have the Stoughton captains come up for the consolation trophy. Thank you, Brian. Game all-star for North Quincy High School, John Murray. Tournament MVP for North Quincy High School, two great nights of basketball, two clutch free throws at the end, Kyle Costa. And Coach Randall, the captain, championship trophy, please. Congratulations. Tournament qualifier. On behalf of the Quincy Public Schools, I'd like to thank all 4 teams for their participation, and thanks to Central Real Estate for their sponsoring of the tournament, and MVP School of Basketball for sponsoring. Thank you very much. Congratulations.
All right, so we just had some trophy presentations. The All-Stars, Brian Small for Stoughton, no surprise there, the captain, and John Murray for North Quincy, also an All-Star, and the tournament MVP, Kyle Costa of North Quincy High School. Costa ended up the tournament with 27 points, Murray with 24, and Brian Small with 24. The All-Stars overall also in there, Adam Donovan of Milton and Parker Scott of Quincy. So great tournament here at Quincy High School. We had 4 unbelievable games, and we couldn't have ended it any better in that culmination at the end there. North hits 2 free throws to tie it. Stoughton can't get the ball in bounds, and they actually turn it over with no time expired off the clock. And then coming in, Donovan to Elkatrip for the alley-oop and the win for North Quincy.
You know, John, despite only making 1 out of 14 three-pointers after the half, And, giving up, maybe, depending how you look at it, again, I've said it, this is my third time saying it, depending how you look at it, it's either 42 points, could have had, or 42 points given up. But the main thing for me is Brian Small was mainly the only rebounder most of the time down there. If he didn't have the rebound, he was tapping the ball, and he was the only one tapping the ball. All around him was black jerseys. There should have been plenty more white. But once again, Brian Small, unbelievable player. But North Quincy came up, they played smart basketball, they listened to Coach Jim Rendell, and they just relaxed.
All right, we're going to wrap up the points here for you from this final game. Sean Leonard led the team with 15. Brian Small had 10. Stephen Austin had 6. Brendan Younger had 5. Dan Carter had 3. Greg Dancy had 2. And James Robotham had 2. For North Quincy High School, Kevin Donovan and John Murray, they each had 14. Kyle Costa had 7. Ahmad Alcatrib had 6. Most importantly, those final 2. Tom Powers had 3. Rob Gardner had 1. So the final here from the championship game of the Quincy High School Invitational Basketball Tournament, North Quincy High School 45 and Stoughton 43. And most importantly for North Quincy High School, they make the state tournament with that win. So great tournament overall. Matt, I want to thank you for joining me in these past 4 games.
Absolute pleasure, John.
They've been fantastic games. We also want to thank our cameraman here tonight, Tom McNeil, for a great job on the camera. So again, from Matt McLaughlin, my name is Jonathan Caleri. We want to thank you for watching Quincy Access Television and coverage of high school basketball.